Good morning, y'all. This is High Priestess Jamila. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? So I was listening to somebody that I really enjoy listening to on here, and he was talking about aliens. He was talking about the aliens. I'm assuming that maybe the government is claiming that aliens are getting ready to invade and all of that stuff. I believe that aliens have been here as well. I believe that they have been here as well, but I only think that aliens can mess with certain bloodlines. Okay. I believe that they only can mess with certain bloodlines. I don't think they can mess with some bloodlines. However, I will tell you this. I do not have any doubts that aliens have to do with the whole gang stalking bullshit. I believe aliens got something to do with the gang stalking bullshit. I do. I do. Either some of the gang stalkers are aliens, or either they're being controlled by these aliens. One or the other. One or the other. It's either one or another thing happening. Is that there is and I do believe that. I do, because gang stalkers behave too oddly. They do. They behave too oddly. And I feel like there's a lot of aliens. I feel like there's a lot of aliens over in the state of Georgia and in the South, over in Georgia and Florida. And I think that the government over there, like, I believe like the police probably know about it and shit. Like, it's some real top secret next level stuff going on, y'all. It really is. It really is. Hey, hold on, I'm making coffee. Something weird and odd is going on. I'm sorry. I have seen like you never know. Humans may have been behaving this way for a long time, but aliens could have been with us here for a long time, because it's still just very odd the way that they're behaving, the way people are. It's like your intuition is telling you that there's something inhuman about the way that these people behave. Something very odd. And I don't think that they have any concept or sense of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yes, I do believe that. Um, yes, I do believe that they feed off of us. They feed off of humans. They feed off of our life force. They feed off of our hormones. Yeah, I believe that the aliens are and I thoroughly believe they got something to do with that gang stalking mess. Because when you look at gang stalking, it almost looks like it looks like a person that doesn't know how to behave like a human being, that doesn't need the same things that a normal human being would need, like peace or consistency. Humans are always gonna need consistency and peace. That I don't care who you are or how you grew up, I don't care. Humans are going to always need consistency, peace, and serenity. That's all it is to it. You know what I'm saying? And when somebody is gang stalking, it's almost like it's so weird because the way I've looked at gang stalkers, the way I've looked at them, anybody stalking me is to the point where I have sort of looked at them as sacrifices, like something else is controlling the gang stalker and manipulating the decisions that they make, but then also trying to manipulate me emotionally at the same time, to where like I'm gonna end up unaliving the stalker, right? Like imagine somebody just won't leave you alone, and they're just stalking and stalking and stalking, and they're doing all these egregious things, saying all these egregious things about you, and you just fucking snap. You just say, you know what? Fuck it. I can't deal with this anymore. I am going to unalive that person that is doing that to me. I am going to unalive those people. This is it. I am done. I don't care if I go to jail. I can't deal with this anymore, especially when somebody poses of a damn danger to your children and your loved ones. You're gonna say, fuck it. I'd rather go to jail and know that my children and my loved ones are gonna be safe, and that than to know that these people are going to do harm or continue to stalk my family or tell their family to stalk my family. I'm going to go and take out all of those people so that they won't bother my family, because I don't want to be bothered with this crap. I feel like that they're the sacrifice, but then you would be sacrificing your damn self too. So I feel like gang stalkers have no concept of self-preservation. It's something wrong with gang stalkers. It's something wrong with them. It is something terribly, terribly wrong with people who gang stalk people. And I believe it's got something to do with it. I do. And I also believe that people that are being gang stalked on some level, like I'm talking about actual gang stalking, right? I believe that on some level, those people are being fed up on for some reason, right? I believe aliens got something to do with gang stalking. Yes, I do, and I believe that aliens only have like control or power over certain bloodlines. They don't have power over every bloodline. They don't. They don't. Because I believe that they can't even really see other bloodline. They don't even have no concept or understanding of other bloodlines. You know what I'm saying? Like there are certain people that are immune to that. Like aliens, like weird aliens like that can't be a part of our reality. Like they can't be a part of our reality. Because when you think about an alien can almost be comparable to a god. You know what I'm saying? An alien can be comparable to a god. Ugh, something ain't right with none of that. I'm making my coffee, y'all. And I won't be here that long. But I was a friend of mine was talking about aliens, and I wanted to make some comments on it because the subject got me like, kind of interested tweets on it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Um I do believe that there are such things. Now, are aliens our worst threat? Not necessarily. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff out there in this world that we have to pay attention to. It really is, man. I gotta tell you, a lot of these movies is telling us what's going on too, or either confirming it, not necessarily telling us, but confirming it, like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I believe that there are. I believe that there's real beings. I don't want to call them aliens, but I do believe that it is certain beings out there that can body snatch. I think right now, what we all gotta really, I feel like the biggest threat is that soul snatching, though. I think that's the biggest threat is soul snatching and body snatching would be the biggest threat. Which soul snatching would run along the lines of energy harvesting, organ harvesting, stuff like that. But yeah. And I believe there's certain gods and deities that don't protect you from that, but there's certain ones that do. Gods and deities like Santa Martha, Lilith, I can confirm. Lilith, Santa Martha, Hecate, a lot of the pagan gods do factually protect you from those enemies like that. I do know that for a fact. I do. I know that for a fact, especially Santa Martha. Okay. Especially Santa Martha. People don't know how deep it goes with Santa Martha. People really don't know. One of the things about Santa Martha is that she repping human beings. You notice how her skull she is the skull, the skeleton. She's the embodiment of a human being. You know what I'm saying? Santa Martha ain't got no cone head. She ain't got no odd features. She has a normal skull. She has a normal skull, normal body, arms and legs, feet and hands, and she looks normal, right? So in Alien, we really don't know what these damn aliens look like. I personally think they look like that damn alien from that movie, Alien, with that big old long head that wraps around. I think that's what they. I think they real fucked up looking. And I think that if you were to encounter one of them, well, you already dead anyway. If you were to encounter one of them, so you ain't gonna live to tell the story. If you truly encounter an alien, you may not live to tell the story because that damn what was that? Wait a minute, I'm trying to think. Yeah, that damn alien. Remember that movie Sigourney Weaver? I believe they kind of look like that. They kind of look like that. But I believe that they exist in other dimensions and other realities. Now, some of the other stuff, there, Earth is so multi-dimensional, though. It's ridiculous. Earth has, God dang it, y'all, I'm gonna sit up there and drop my lighter. Done. Wait a minute. I could have sworn. And now, how did that happen? That's weird, bro. Okay. Earth is so multi-dimensional. Like, it's so many different dimensions of Earth. It's ridiculous. It's so many versions of Earth. That's why different people have different experiences on Earth and they look at life differently. Because everybody ain't living in the same reality. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, that is a trip. The way Earth is, the way it is, like seriously, it's so multidimensional. It's so many different things. It really is. It's so much. Earth is a very complicated place. It is. It's a very complicated place. You know, it's a very, very, very complicated place. Now, am I saying that all people are getting gang stalked because of aliens? No, not necessarily, but I do think I do think I'm gonna tell y'all this straight up and down. I do believe that the people that some of the unlucky people that were gang stalking me, that are gang stalking me, I believe at some point they got body snatched. I will tell you that. I believe at some I'm not the link. I'm not the link. I don't have nothing to do with that. I believe at some point a lot of those people, like, their their whole existence got taken over for some reason. It feel kind of good out here today, y'all. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the way that I am. Maybe I'm just speaking for myself. I personally like peace. I personally like consistency. I like security. I like stability. Maybe it's constantly searching for a thrill or doing things that could lead to harm being done. It's just not my bag. It's not it's not my thing. Now, obviously, something is really, really, really egregiously wrong with a person that is able to, like a tape recorder, continuously go and go and go and go and go for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, going on and on and on about the same thing, doing and committing crimes against other people. Now, that kind of consistency is bad. When you're consistently going and going and going, saying the same thing, doing something, obsessed with phobias and what's the word that I'm looking for? obsessing over a certain thing. That's not normal. That's not normal. When you think about it, it's really not normal to be able to do something really egregious to somebody and to not have any kind of consciousness about it. Now, if somebody has done something to harm you, like I'm talking about to really, really harm you, like if a stalking victim was to encounter their stalker and take them out, to me, that's normal. It is. The other way around, not so much. I think if somebody that is a victim of stalking and they know the person, they know the people that's stalking them, the people that's stalking them is stalking them out in the open so everybody can see it. They're doing it on purpose. They're harassing them. I do believe that it's normal human reaction to say, fuck it, I'm getting all of them. I'm getting all of them. I think that's some normal shit. You know what I'm saying? For people to gather together in a group to target one individual, that's not normal. Maybe they're sociopaths. Maybe they've been taken over by some kind of alien force. It's weird. I may be wrong though. I am a normal person that enjoys pleasure. I like the pleasure from food, sex, laughter. You know, it gives me like a sense of satisfaction when I'm able to heal somebody. Now, they say having an M, somebody was saying having an M on your hand means that you're not human. You're not normal. I wouldn't go that far, but I'd say that yes, there are humans that do possess supernatural powers. Yes, definitely. So I believe that human beings have the ability to be very special, like just in their energy, just in their abilities. Okay. But, I think that it's easier to say, oh, you're not human when you don't really understand that. You know what I'm saying? Do I believe that aliens can affect like everybody? No. I don't believe aliens can even come anywhere near everybody. But I think that they can affect and possess. I think that the really, really bad aliens, they're not even on this planet. The real bad aliens that communicate with us from other dimensions, they can only communicate with certain people from that dimension. They can't and they can persuade people to mess with normal people, what we call normal people that are just, you know what I'm saying, living life. But do I believe that they can just, you know, take over the minds of everybody? No. You know what I'm saying? And I know that because as a spiritualist, I've actually, I've, and I've had to do wild stuff, and I just live a normal life just like everybody else. But just knowing spiritually what be happening out here, and having to do soul retrievals, that is one of the things that blew my mind more than anything. Having to actually retrieve somebody's soul and bring it back to their body. Now that's something else. Knowing that people on this earth literally have to watch their soul. You have to guard over your soul. You have to protect your soul. That shit is a trip. It blew my mind when I first realized it. It did. It blew my mind. I ain't even gonna lie. It's a real trippy fact. It's got normalized for me though, because I've been noticing it for so long. And the body snatchers and stuff like that. It's something that as a witch you just know exists, and it's just like a everyday work day. You know what I'm saying? It just it's just like an everyday work day. You know. And you know what? I've looked at stories, certain stories of people who have been taken, and they change and their minds get taken over, and they acting all odd and strange and weird. You know, and if it is no one that loves them, misses them, and cares about them enough to say, hey, what's going on with this person? Then nobody would ever know. You know what I mean? And I think that's the case for some of these people that just come up missing. But then they're found alive later, years later. People have came up missing and people thought they were gone or dead. And then that person pop up alive 10, 20 years later. You know what I'm saying? In some cases, not in every case, but in some cases. But yeah, I got to get out of here. But I think that's interesting. I'm gonna finish listening to the video about aliens, and I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good day. All right. Peace and blessings to y'all. Bye bye.